Before anyone says anything, no, I did not pay for a ticket for this movie. I bought a second ticket for the farewell, which I saw the night before and loved, and then I went into the Lion King theater. This Lion King remake has been haunting me for a good minute now. Ever since I saw that initial cast poster on Twitter, I was like, no! As everyone knows, the Lion King is a classic, and it just straight up doesn't work as a live action film or whatever the hell you want to call this. And if you want to disagree, you should check this out. Except, you know what? You actually probably shouldn't check this out, because holy shit, this movie is awful. I know when you hear me say don't go see the Lion King, don't go support the Lion King, you automatically assume I'm referring to the money. The mouse doesn't need it. It'll just encourage them to make more of these live action remakes. You get the point. And while all that is true, I'm also pretty aware that a lot of you will go, my money won't make a difference, which is also very true. I'm not saying you shouldn't see this remake because you'll be supporting the mouse. I'm saying you shouldn't see it because this is honestly one of the most boring and pointless ways to spend 2 hours. 2 fucking hours. This movie is literally throwaway Planet Earth footage with the Lion King dubbed over it. Keyword throwaway. A lot of people will say one of the only redeemable qualities of this film is the CGI. And sure, yeah, it looks realistic. It also simultaneously looks like shit. If you want to watch these landscapes captured in an interesting way that feels fresh, watch Planet Earth or follow the National Geographic Instagram page. Just because 90% of the shot is the background and 10% is the ground does not make the shot look any better. They managed to make everything hyper realistic, but what's the point if I don't feel invested or feel like I'm there? I'm assuming they want me to have an immersive experience here, right? Right? Then why are most of these shots so bland and personalityless? They put all of this money and work into shots that do absolutely nothing but make the crowd go, yep, that looks like a lion, can't tell the difference. If you're gonna put all of that work in, make it interesting. Holy shit, what is the harm in that? That's what pisses me off. Disney doesn't need to play it safe anymore. They have an absurd amount of money. Take some risks. Now you might be thinking, maybe it'll upset some OG Lion King fans if it looks any different. I'm sure they'd be fine with at least one artsy shot here. This is where I'm at. I've totally given up on a new original story being made by a company as big as Disney and getting this kind of money and work behind it, so at this point I'm at least hoping the remakes turn out okay. It's so depressing to think that each decade has a very distinct type of movie where you can be like, yep, this was made in this decade, and we're at a point where the 2010s are like, these are the 90s but more realistic? What? I'm getting off track. You might think, well, I want to see my favorite actors behind this movie, or I want to see what Hans Zimmer could do. If you like Seth Rogen, you get to hear his laugh. If you like Eric Andre, he adds a little bit of humor to this thing, but besides that, you are totally fine missing out on this. As someone who is a huge Donald Glover fan, I was completely underwhelmed by everything he did in this movie. My point is, every bit of talent and potential that these actors had was completely stripped away. For 2 reasons. One, there's only so much you can do here, but can you blame them? Donald Glover sings like 2 songs and delivers a few lines. Beyonce does the same. The only thing that might be worth seeing is Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner as Timon and Pumbaa, I guess, but you can get that same humor and fun chemistry in, what's it called? The original Lion King. My second point is that these lions barely move their mouths. I mean, look at Zazu, what the fuck? They could be giving the best performance of their lives behind that microphone and it would not translate. It doesn't matter who's behind this movie or how good of a performance they give. Whatever happens, these lions look like shit and they don't look like they're saying anything. Let me put it this way. You're gonna sit in a theater for 2 hours watching a movie you have already seen, but this time it's dragged out for, let me say it again, 2 hours. It's literally just Planet Earth footage, throwaway Planet Earth footage, might I add. Songs are better in the original, and the best part is that it's a Disney kids movie, so this theater is going to be packed, most likely with families that will bring screaming babies who won't shut up. But honestly, watching the babies do random things in the theater might just be more entertaining than this thing. This shit made Far From Home look like an art house film. If you want to watch The Lion King, watch The Lion King from the 90s. If you want to watch some real lions, watch Planet Earth. If you want to see a movie, see The Farewell. If you want to watch The Lion King with real lions, newsflash, it doesn't work, it's not good, and it's not worth your time and money.